Tonight you guys are going to learn about parts of a linear function. So what is a linear function? A function is a special mathematical relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable where there is one value of the dependent variable for every value of the independent variable. To make that a little bit more clear, we also said a function is when every x has a unique y or when every x has one y. A linear function is a function that we can use to model data that is approximately linear. So a linear function is just a function we use for linear relationships. So what are the parts of a linear function? All linear functions have two parts, the slope and the y-intercept. We represent the slope with the variable m and the y-intercept with the variable b. So what is slope? Slope is the rate at which the values of y increase or decrease as the values of x increase by 1. And we can call slope the unit rate because slope just tells us how y is changing for every 1 unit of x. Slope also tells us the steepness, how steep a line is, and direction, upward and downward, of the graph of our linear function. Because the slope tells us the change in y and the change in x, we can use it to help us easily create a graph for our linear function, which we'll get to later. What is the y-intercept? The y-intercept is a point on the graph of our linear function where the line intersects or crosses the y-axis. It is represented by the point 0b, and at the y-intercept, x is always 0 and y is always some number b. And we consider the y-intercept the starting point of our linear function because we plot it to help us start the graph of our linear function. So we plot the y-intercept when you use the slope to help us draw the line. We also call the y-intercept the initial position because it's our starting place. So why are the slope and y-intercept important? We can use the slope and y-intercept to help us quickly graph a linear function, and they are essential parts of the equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. The equation y equals mx plus b is called a linear equation and is used to help us express our linear function. And when we model with linear functions, it is our goal to find m and b so we can write our linear equation. So slope and the y-intercept help us write the linear equation and help us graph. And that's it. See you guys tomorrow.